Geraldo Rivera, Fox News correspondent at large, and Leo Terrell, civil rights lawyer, also host of the Leo Terrell podcast. And gentlemen, good day to you. Geraldo, you speak to the president a lot. When did you talk to him last?
I haven't spoken to him actually since Friday the 13th of November, Bill. It was 10 days after the election. He was seeking advice, kind of. He was aggrieved and disappointed by the result, obviously, but he was nowhere near the militant he became. I think the Attorney General is exactly right, Bill. Donald Trump incited that grotesque attack on the Capitol building yesterday. He bears responsibility. As his friend, I'm deeply ashamed for him and for all of us. I think that what happened was appalling. Ultimately, the 4 people who died, that blood is on the hands of the president and Don Jr. and Rudy Giuliani and all those who helped inspire and excite that mob and sent them to the Capitol building as if it was a scene from Les Mis. It's something I will never forget. The nation will never forget. This is a deep scar, and I think the president now owes it to history and to the American people to try to calm things down. I think Attorney General Barr is exactly right. This is the time now. The president must man up. He lost this election. It's over. Now he has to help calm this country before it really spins out of control. Yesterday was just a preview of what could happen. And for goodness sake, we have to have the courage to talk to our friends and say, listen, we speak to you out of love, Mr. President. What you are doing now is destructive. Calm down. This is reckless narcissism. This is well, you cannot be. We cannot abide.
He has 13 days to make it public to get the house in order, so to speak. Leo, go ahead.
How dare you, Geraldo? I mean, that sounds like Democratic talking points. Bill, I heard you talk to Debbie Dingell. All Donald Trump said yesterday was go down to the Capitol building. And then you heard Debbie Dingell talking about he's going. No, let me finish. I listened to the Democratic Kool-Aid. You heard Joe Biden today, Muriel Bowser. They are using this for Democratic talking points. All President Trump did, and he has the First Amendment right, you can shake your head all you want, is to express his disappointment. He did not order those individuals to go down there and destroy that. May I finish? There were criminals who invaded the Capitol building, and they should be prosecuted. But the Democrats sat on their hands during the summer when rioters destroyed Democratic cities in Seattle, the summer 11th. And one last point. For Joe Biden to play the race card today, saying that there would have been a different treatment for black protesters, those are criminals. Criminals should be treated one way.
Leo, to your point, to your point about Dingell, she said, I was told he said that.
Okay, fine.
No, it's not fine. She said she was told. Storming the Capitol never came out of his mouth. That was the point. That was the reason for the follow-ups. Go.
It never came. It
Bill,
never came out of
down there. You say to that crowd, go down there. And Don Jr. says, go down there, let's go. And Rudy Giuliani says, what the hell do you think is going to happen when they get there?
You can't prosecute anybody for that.
There?
You cannot prosecute anyone. Look, you're a lawyer, I'm a lawyer.
When you light the fuse on a stick of dynamite and it blows up, it is your responsibility. You light the fuse and it blows up, it's your responsibility.
If I say go down to the Capitol,
I pray to God the president is not listening.
Hang on. Leo, continue.
Thank you. Come on now. I'm a lawyer for 30 years. If you go down and say, go down to the Capitol building and express your disappointment, that is not a criminal act. And you know that, Geraldo, and the nation knows that. What those people did, go inside the building, damage the property, that is criminal activity. Donald Trump never recommended, suggested, or told those people to go in and enter the Capitol.
Gentlemen, here's what we know. We're going to bring the temperature down just a touch here, okay? Capitol Police, the chief of that police force, apparently is turning in his resignation. Geraldo, I don't know if you support that or not, but I mean, they were sending signals online going back weeks that they were on the way to Washington. This was a security failure as well, and there was an intelligence failure on this also. And the D.C. mayor has much admitted that today. Go ahead.
As much as I believe the responsibility is ultimately in the president's hands, and that the blood of those 4 people is on his hands, I think that it would have taken a rookie cop to understand when you bring hundreds of thousands of angry people together, you need to beef up your police force. You need to protect the capital of the United States of America. I'm not sure if they knew the capital was going to be targeted by the president and by his son and by his lawyer.
gosh.
Well,
That's
no,
very
we do know that
offensive.
Washington has protests 12 months out of the year, sometimes 100,000 people at a time. This is a city that is used to
came
seeing
in
crowds,
planes,
and they weren't prepped.
aircraft-
Go ahead, wrap it up.
Oh yeah, let me just. Yeah, I mean, this is unbelievable. You're putting the responsibility of hundreds of thousands of people on the shoulders of Donald Trump because he is disagreeing with the project.
Yes, I
That's
am.
wrong.
And he's
that's
my
not a
friend,
turn
and I love him.
Thank you for admitting that. Let me finish my point. And then Muriel Bowser, Bill, goes. I mean, last year she opened the door to Black Lives Matter and let them destroy the city without prosecution. And she comes on with talking points again, attacking the president, blaming him for what happened yesterday.
Well, she
Donald
did
Trump
say-
did not cause that.
A more
Donald
robust
Trump
presence
broke my
of the
heart
Capitol
yesterday.
would have
Well,
prevented
sorry.
protesters from gaining entry to the Capitol. And that's what you said just 3 hours ago. Gentlemen, thank you. I appreciate you coming on today. It's a tough time. To Geraldo and Leo, thank you. Where do Republicans go next, huh? The election challenge dividing the party.